Well, geez, for a change, why don't we talk a little COVID? A little tired of this, but at the same time, the Buffalo Bills came out this week with an edict laying out new ground rules for attending football games. It'll be effective next week when the Washington football team comes in. This essentially is as restrictive, Tariq, as any I've seen anywhere.
Well, this is what I feel bad about it. Whether you're vaccinated or not, either way, I hope they know a percentage of different people that are vaccinated will be at the stadium. I still think people who aren't vaccinated and never been to the stadium will go to the stadium because now there's availability to do so. What makes this sort of I feel terrible about is how many years, 20 plus years, fans have been waiting for a team they can root for that could win every single week, just about every single game, in it every single time. And now we're put in a position of whether or not they're vaccinated or not, whether they can be in the building. I don't think they'll stop supporting the team. I know a lot of people will say that. I think they will just be upset about this. 6 months from now, we'll be in a totally different spot. Maybe a year from now, we'll be in a totally different spot where COVID isn't an issue because we're all tired of it. But I just feel bad for the fans that are not vaccinated, their belief, what they want to do, and they cannot go to this stadium unless they get vaccinated.
So as a matter of review, there was a mask mandate for the first week, and it was largely ignored. And for the second now, you need to show proof of vaccination, at least one shot until the end of October, and they'll require both to even get into the game.
I find the whole thing, the way this played out, interesting, though, because to your point, I was at the game on Sunday, last Sunday against the Steelers. Yeah, man, that mandate was non-existent, right? They wanted you to wear it in the concourse inside. I didn't see anybody wearing a mask, and there was no way they were to enforce it. And here's where I think went wrong, because Erie County wanted the vaccine mandate from the beginning.
And they're calling the shots.
Yes, so they own the stadium. The Bills lease the stadium. Like, Pagulas don't want to build a stadium. Now, I don't know where the Pagulas stand on this whole thing. It feels to me like Erie County is the one that pushed this forward after the videos and photos came out of no one wearing masks, going to the Pagulas saying, if you can't enforce the safety rules that you've put in here, well, what chance do we have? If you want to be able to make your own rules, pay the money and build the stadium. Look, they're looking for state money for a new stadium, the Pagulas are, right? And there are people that are drawing a line in the sand when it comes to what this means and how people feel. Look, there are shades of gray to every story. The cynic in me, and I know nothing past this, is the Pagulas are doing this because they know it's good for negotiation when it comes to money for their new stadium, and they don't want to anger Erie County. They don't want to anger the state of New York. By the way, the governor, as of now, a woman from Buffalo. And if you agreed to the mandates with the masks that were set by the county, well, how can you say you're going to enforce it when you didn't even have enough people working to have the gates going? It took us 45 minutes to get into the game. It's normally a 10, 15-minute thing.
Wow, that's a tough line to draw. And it's also, it's like, because my first reaction is a little bit of altruism here, that this is the right thing to do. Period.
I think it is the right thing to do, but I do understand where the fans are coming from, where they're upset, where it's surprise on them. If it's been done maybe earlier on in the season, perhaps. But this is a negotiating thing. I think I'll go off of what Duffy said before. This is a long-term negotiation. So now we have to sort of play nice. We have to do a couple of different things that maybe the fans don't want, maybe disliked about. But there was this alternative where the team would leave, where you would not get this team, and that is a possibility. So I guess that you're going to have to play this out all the way through, let the negotiations go through to the point of the governor who's in favor of it, the commissioner who's in favor of it. Everybody wants this new stadium. The Bills deserve it now that they're playing extremely well. I just find this very just tough to deal with for just this season. Give it 6 months. I guarantee you'll be in a better spot.
To your point about, altruism and things like that, and we said it on the air in the break room this week. If you're upset with the Pagulas for what happened here, they don't deserve the blame. If you're applauding the Pagulas for what they've done, they don't deserve the applause. I know nothing. It's a cynical view, but I think this is all negotiation moving forward. And I mean, look, they also said in the press conference moving forward, it's the Sabres games are going to be this way as well. And it looks like that the Amherst and the Nighthawks games, both Pagula properties here in Rochester, are going to have the same thing.
Something to think about.